Okay, breaker broke 23. So it's mowing season again up here in the northwest corner, which means the next 4 months or so we're going to be living on lawnmowers and working with weed eaters. So I want to show you what I use here on my property. We're just under 6 acres, and it's almost a commercial type setup because we have the general public running through our property as well. So we want it to look really nice and groomed. Okay, so back in the early 2000s, I discovered these Kawasaki weed eaters. And these Kawasaki's here are my favorite. I have 2 of them. One is down for servicing right now. This one here is my second favorite, which is a KGT 27B. You can no longer buy these. I think they stopped making them back in 06 or 08. That's about when I bought this one. This thing's still a runner, and what I liked about the Kawasaki weed eaters is they are a better balanced weed eater. Also, they have this optional handle here, which makes it really nice as far as when you have to weed eat hills and slopes. It's just a lot nicer, and you have a better surface here to grip on. So like you can grip it here for conventional weed eating. On a hill, on a slope, you can grip it here. On the opposing angle, you can grip it there. And just overall, the Kawasaki's are the ones we fight for. These things are awesome. Okay, so my next one here is the Stihl FS70RC. And I was actually given this weed eater when it was almost new. It was just probably used only a few times. And I'm like, oh, cool, a Stihl. No, not cool. This thing has been a flaming POS. And I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. As you can see, I've moved the handle here. Trying to get a good balanced feel to this. There just is no good balanced feel. Although what I do like is I like the bump feed head on here. And this style of head is very stingy as far as throwing line out. I don't like the way you have to push these little insets in to take the cover off. When you've been out weed eating all day and your hands are kind of sore, it can kind of be a pain, but anyway, that's that. On the Kawasaki head, which I have a line that sucked back in, I like these, but they can throw out line and sometimes throw out excessive amounts of line if you're not careful with them when you use them. They take a little bit of getting used to. A lot of people don't like them. I like them because we have to do a lot of weed eating. It's more maintenance weed eating, so we're not really tough grass or anything like that. It's just keeping stuff maintained, and those are light. And so it makes the overall package a nice package to use. Okay, so today I picked up an Echo, and this is the SRM 266. This one is probably one of the closest weed eaters that I've found so far as the way it's balanced and the way it feels compared to my Kawasaki. This has a better clutch system in it as well. So this was $279. All these are at about the $300 level, which I think this Stihl is really overpriced with most Stihl equipment. Stihl is just, you guys may broil me for this. In my opinion, Stihl has gone to shit. Just the way they're building things nowadays. I've had to work on this starter a couple times. This is what I would call a consumer grade piece here. It's a real pain in the ass to change. I prefer these kind of starters. You can just undo the 4 screws, fix your rope, and bada boom, bada bing, you're done. The Echo's gonna be the same way. This is kind of just a plasticky piece of crap. Not really happy with that. Something else, my other Kawasaki doesn't do this, but this newer one does. When you choke it, that's full choke. Then when you hit the throttle, it resets the choke. See, like that? I don't really like that feature on most 2-cycle engines, but You can kind of get used to it. Sometimes I just take my finger on a really cold morning, I'll just take my finger and hold it and then give it a little bit of throttle. Now, what I like about the Echo is it's plainly marked. So you have cold start here. You put the little lever up to cold start. You give it fuel with throttle and it does not reset the choke. So I like that. I haven't started this up yet. I haven't used it yet. I'll post that video after probably the end of mowing season. I'll let you know how I like the Echo. So let's go and go over some of the vitals on these things. All right, so the Kawasaki comes in with the line and the guard. That comes in at 12.8 pounds. I just measured or weighed all three of these. The Echo with the guard and the bump feed head is 31.1. The Stihl is 12.8 with the head and the guard. In the manual, it says this Stihl is 10.3 pounds, but they omit this. That's kind of cheesy. So let me go over this again, make sure I got this right. The Stihl is 12.8 pounds. The Kawasaki is 12.6. The Echo is 13.1. A little bit heavier, just barely, but it's balanced pretty good. I actually have another one of these Kawasaki handles, and if I can't get my other Kawasaki going, I might just throw it on the Echo. Those handles are just unbelievable. If you guys can find these on eBay, they were a Kawasaki handle. I don't have a part number for them. That is the best thing you could do, is order up one of those. Find you one of those, man. It'll make weed eating less of a chore. All right, let's see. The Echo is 24. The Echo is 25.4 cc's. Kawasaki's 27 cc's. And the Stihl is 27 cc's. Strength of engine doesn't really matter to me here because nothing is overgrown. And what we're looking for is a decent weight, but more of a balanced type weed eater. So there you go. Personal preference, the Kawasaki's. I got to get my other Kawasaki running because they're the bomb. They're the way to go. If you can find one, grab it. I think you'll really enjoy it. I've checked out some of the new Tanakas, and they feel about like the Echo does, but I think they're about another $50 or so on the price tag. This Echo looks like it's going to be a good one to service. It's going to have the good clutch in it. Whenever you have this type of setup, you're going to have a good clutch. It's going to be easy to work on compared to the homeowner's model here. So that means a lot to me. But anyway, there you go. I use Opti 2 smokeless oil in all my 2-cycle engines, whether that's the chainsaws, the weed eaters, or the pole saw. And I really like those a lot. So stay tuned, because here in a few months, or let's say the end of summer, I'll do a full review on how this Echo held up. I'm kind of excited to see that. So that Echo was $2.99 at Home Depot. I usually don't buy my power tools at a place like Home Depot. I usually go to a more specialized shop, but Home Depot just happened to have what I wanted this time. So we'll see how that goes. The Kawasaki was, I think, in the $300 price range, just about at $300. And the Stihl was just at like $289 or something like that. I don't know what they're going for now, but that's what the guy told me he paid for this. And that's the least liked of all of them. So, okay, well, there you go. There's 10 minutes of your life that's just gone like that. Anyway, please feel free to leave comments. Please subscribe. And once again, thanks for watching.